What's up, YouTube? In this video I'm going to be changing the clutch master cylinder, and this is on a Subaru WRX. It's a 2018 model, and if you look, this is it right here, and it has a line going to it, the brake fluid line. So it has one line here. It has a line that feeds it from the main reservoir for the brake fluid. So it comes in here. When you press, the piston pushes the fluid through this line, and then it comes around and comes into the slave cylinder. So that's what it looks like. That's the clutch master cylinder. And then here we have the slave cylinder. I've already changed this one, and upon bleeding it, I realize that I'm seeing fluid leaking out of this one. So when I hit the clutch, fluid is coming out the bottom of it. I'm just going to give a quick demonstration. I'm going to go in, I'm going to push the clutch all the way in, and you'll see the fluid coming out the bottom. And I'm gonna take this hose off and remove the line from right here. I could remove it from this side, right in here, but if I take it off here, I still have to remove this to put this on the new one. So instead of having two points that I'm taking off, I'd rather just go with this point right here. Just kind of bend it out of the way a little bit. These lines are usually a little flexible. And then take the upper one off, loose those two bolts that holds it to the firewall, and then I'll go inside and I show where it has to be disconnected. Now you could see where it comes in right here. You can see that right here. Take the retaining clip out, remove the pin, and that's how I separate it from inside. So when I take the two bolts from outside, one here and one there, the whole unit slides out, and it's attached to, there's a shaft right here. You can see it go across, and it comes all the way across, and it goes into the clutch pedal. So I have to remove that. I'm just gonna unclip this wire to get it out of the way, and take that off. Try and get this clip off. I'm just going to use a plier just to hold it. And then on the end of this, it has like two wings. One here and one on the other side. And you see it's not coming out. Instead of breaking those wings off, I'm just gonna squeeze them. You can see that's how it looks. I just squeeze these and pull it through. Now I have this is separated, so now I could go in the front, take everything apart and pull it through. Now to remove this is a flare nut, and the reason it's called a flare nut is because the line is flared, and when the nut tightens, it creates a compression fitting where it resists leaks, and you normally see this on a lot of brake lines. So the nut is a special wrench for this, which is called a flare nut wrench. Unfortunately, I don't have mine, so this is a 10 mil. I'm gonna just use a regular 10 millimeter on it. If the car was like super old and maybe some rust or oxidation on it, I would actually go buy a new set of flare nut wrench. But I could get away with using my regular 10 mil. So I'll loose this line and then I'll take the hose clamp off. Now, as you could notice, I clamped off the hose. I just put a rag over it so I don't pinch the rubber line. And there are special hose clamps for this. They have like a flat piece on the upper part and lower part that kind of swivels a little bit, and you just clamp it and it locks it off. But what I did in this case, I just put a rag over it so it doesn't pinch the line, clamped it, and when I take this off, I got a bolt that I'm gonna put in the end of it to prevent any additional fluid from leaking. Always want to try and twist your hose just to make sure you get it off easy. And I have this. What I did was matched it to where the hose go in on the new one. So I made sure I found a bolt of similar size. Once I pull it out, and make sure you have fluid in the reservoir before you do this. See, not too much fluid comes out. The reservoir is actually full, so this plier is doing its job, but I'm just gonna add this in it just to be on the safe side. And like this, it's not gonna leak. Just move everything out the way. Now I have more room to work. I might get a little fluid out of this, but that's okay. Shouldn't be much. And you could see I could flex this line so I could pull the clutch master cylinder out. This is a 12 mil. And these bolts are not torqued super tight. You could look up the torque specs, but they're really not torque tight. Just like that, I just move this, pull this out, just gotta navigate it around these lines, and the part is out. And I went ahead and matched it up, identical. Just gotta remove this plug, that's for the line. Everything's the same. Now installation is just the reverse. Just got to get it back in, connect all the lines, bolt it back to the firewall. You can see everything is back on. That's back together also. Now from here it's just to bleed the system, and I'm going to make sure the reservoir is full. You can see I have my one-man bleeding system here, and it's a line that goes onto the bleed screw for the slave cylinder. It goes to a bottle. I put a little bit of brake fluid in. There's another line in the bottle that goes down to the bottom to prevent air from going back in the system. And this is tight right now. I'm going to pump it maybe about 8 to 10 times. It's the same way as bleeding your brakes. So pump it 8 to 10 times. Then I'll come out, I'll crack it loose, and all the air bubbles should shoot out until I see clear fluid coming out. While I'm doing that, I'll keep checking the reservoir and make sure it has fluid in it. And once you feel your clutch is nice and firm, then you know the system is bled. I pumped it a few times and opened it. Some air came out. Now the clutch is nice and firm. So let's see this one last try. Let's see if anything else comes out. So right now it's just clear fluid. It's already in the line, that's why you might not be seeing it. But this clutch is good again. And another way to bleed it is to use the two-man system or the body system. You have someone inside, you lock off the bleed screw, and then you have them pump and squeeze the clutch all the way in. Then you, as they're holding it, you loose the bleed screw and you see all the air bubbles rush out, and you keep doing that until you see clear fluid. And keep checking on your reservoir, make sure you have fluid in it. And that's how you change the clutch master cylinder on a 2018 Subaru WRX. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.